Gray aliens, also known as Zeta Reticulans, grays, or simply Grees, are a type of purported extraterrestrial being that has become one of the most recognized and iconic representations of alien life in popular culture and ufology. Their image is often associated with various claims of alien abduction and close encounters, making them a frequent subject in discussions about unidentified flying objects, UFOs, and extraterrestrial life. Physical description. Grees are typically described as having skin color, smooth, gray skin, body structure, small, humanoid bodies that are generally shorter than average adult humans. They possess elongated limbs with reduced muscular definition. Head shape. Proportionately large heads with no hair, featuring a smooth surface. Facial features. Large, black, almond-shaped eyes without visible whites. They lack prominent noses and ears, often having only small slits for nostrils and mouths. These characteristics have led to their depiction as beings that do not resemble any known human race, but instead appear more like engineered organisms designed for specific functions. Historical context. The concept of gray aliens gained significant attention following the alleged abduction of Betty and Barney Hill in 1961. This incident involved descriptions of beings that matched the typical gray appearance. The Hills account was later popularized through media coverage and has since influenced numerous other reports of similar encounters. Association with Zeta Reticuli. The name, Zeta Reticulans, comes from a map drawn by Betty Hill during her hypnosis sessions, which was interpreted by Marjorie Fish in 1969 to indicate that these beings originated from the Zeta Reticuli star system. This association has contributed to the lore surrounding Grees as extraterrestrial visitors from another star system. Behavioral traits. Reports regarding gray aliens often describe them as telepathic communicators. Many accounts suggest that Grees communicate through telepathy rather than spoken language. Involved in abductions. A significant number of abduction claims involve Grees performing medical examinations or experiments on humans, often described as traumatic experiences for the abductees. Emotionally detached. Witnesses frequently report that Grees exhibit little emotional depth or empathy during interactions, behaving more like robotic entities carrying out tasks. Cultural impact. The image of gray aliens has permeated popular culture extensively. They have appeared in numerous films, television shows, books, and other media forms. Their portrayal often aligns with themes of conspiracy theories related to government cover-ups and secret military operations involving UFOs. Notable examples include their appearances in series such as The X-Files, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, and more recently in Resident Alien. Origins of gray aliens. Gray aliens, also known as Zeta Reticulans or Roswell Grees, are purported to originate from the Zeta Reticuli star system. This association began with the Betty and Barney Hill abduction case in 1961, where Betty Hill described a map that was later interpreted by Marjorie Fish to correspond to this binary star system. The idea of their extraterrestrial origin has been popularized through various UFO sightings and abduction claims, particularly in the United States. However, some theories suggest that Grees may not have a specific homeworld, and could instead be genetically engineered beings, or even time travelers. Their exact origins remain speculative, and are often intertwined with folklore and conspiracy theories surrounding alien encounters. Step-by-step breakdown. Initial claims. The concept of gray aliens became prominent following the alleged abduction of Betty and Barney Hill in 1961. During hypnosis sessions, Betty described being shown a star map by her captors, which she later sketched. Zeta Reticuli connection. Marjorie Fish, an educator and amateur astronomer, interpreted Betty's sketch in 1969 and concluded that the stars on the map corresponded to the Zeta Reticuli system, located approximately 39 light-years from Earth. Understanding purple-gray aliens and their connection to human beings. The concept of purple-gray aliens is not a widely recognized or established term in ufology or popular culture. However, it can be interpreted as a variation of the commonly known gray aliens, which are typically depicted as having gray skin, large heads, and big black eyes. The idea of purple-skinned aliens may stem from creative interpretations or artistic representations rather than any specific claims in abduction narratives or UFO sightings. Characteristics of gray aliens. Gray aliens, often referred to simply as Grees, are described as small humanoid beings with smooth gray skin, large hairless heads, and disproportionately large black almond-shaped eyes. They are frequently associated with alien abduction stories, and have become an archetypal image of extraterrestrial life in popular culture. Common features. Skin color, traditionally gray, but variations in artistic depictions can include colors like purple, Body structure, typically shorter than average humans with elongated bodies and limbs. Facial features, large heads with no visible ears or noses, small mouths. Cultural representation. In various forms of media, including films, television shows, and literature, alien beings have been depicted in numerous ways. The portrayal of aliens can vary significantly based on the narrative context or artistic vision. Examples of variations. Artistic interpretations. Artists may choose to depict gray aliens in non-traditional colors such as purple for aesthetic reasons, or to convey different themes. Science fiction influence. Works like Paul, 2011, and Resident Alien, 2021, explore alien characters that may deviate from the classic gray depiction. Connection to human beings. The connection between gray aliens and human beings primarily arises from reports of alleged abductions, where individuals claim to have encountered these beings. Abduction claims. Many abduction narratives describe traumatic experiences involving Greys performing medical examinations or psychological manipulation on the abductees. Emotional responses reported by individuals who claim to have been abducted often include fear and confusion. Psychological interpretations. Some researchers suggest that the characteristics attributed to gray aliens may reflect human psychological constructs rather than actual extraterrestrial encounters. For instance, neurological perspectives. Some theories propose that the appearance of Greys aligns with human perceptions of intelligence. Traits such as large heads and big eyes might symbolize cognitive ability. Connection between gray aliens and cow mutilation. The connection between gray aliens and cow mutilation primarily stems from a series of reports and theories that emerged in the late 20th century, particularly during the 1970s. These theories suggest that gray aliens, often depicted as extraterrestrial beings with small bodies and large heads, are involved in the mysterious and unexplained mutilations of cattle. This association is largely based on anecdotal evidence, eyewitness accounts, and speculative narratives rather than concrete scientific proof. Historical context. The phenomenon of cattle mutilation gained significant media attention starting with the infamous case of Snee, the horse in 1967. Following this incident, numerous reports of similar cases began to surface across the United States, particularly in rural areas where livestock farming was prevalent. Many ranchers reported finding their cattle dead under unusual circumstances, often with specific organs removed, no blood at the scene, and signs of surgical precision in the cuts. Emergence of alien theories. As these reports proliferated, so did speculation regarding their causes. Some individuals began to theorize that these mutilations were linked to extraterrestrial activity. The idea gained traction due to several factors. UFO sightings. Around the same time as many cattle mutilation incidents were reported, there were also numerous sightings of unidentified flying objects, UFOs, in rural areas. Witnesses claimed to see strange lights or crafts hovering over fields, where mutilated animals were later discovered. Eyewitness accounts. Some ranchers and farmers reported seeing strange beings or crafts near their properties around the time their cattle went missing or were found mutilated. These accounts often describe beings resembling what would later be termed gray aliens. Cultural narratives. The portrayal of gray aliens in popular culture, especially through movies, books, and television shows, helps solidify their association with various unexplained phenomena, including animal mutilations. Specific claims regarding gray aliens. Several claims have been made connecting gray aliens, specifically to cattle mutilation, biological experiments. Some theorists propose that gray aliens are conducting biological experiments on Earth's livestock as part of a larger agenda, involving genetic research or hybridization programs. This theory posits that they may be interested in reproductive systems or other biological materials for unknown purposes. Absence of blood. The lack of blood at many mutilation sites has been cited as evidence supporting alien involvement. Proponents argue that advanced technology could allow these beings to extract organs without leaving behind typical signs associated with predation. Surgical precision. The clean cuts observed in many cases are often compared to surgical procedures performed by humans or advanced technologies purportedly possessed by extraterrestrials. Skepticism and alternative explanations. Despite these theories linking gray aliens to cattle mutilation, skepticism remains prevalent among scientists and investigators. Natural causes. Many experts argue that most cases can be attributed to natural causes such as predation by wild animals, for example, coyotes, scavengers, e.g., vultures, or even human activities like pranks or hoaxes. Psychological factors. Psychological explanations for sightings and experiences related to alien encounters include sleep paralysis, hallucinations, and suggestibility among witnesses. Lack of evidence. There is a notable absence of physical evidence directly linking any form of extraterrestrial activity to cattle mutilations. Investigations conducted by law enforcement agencies have often concluded that many cases can be explained through conventional means. Gray aliens are often associated with parallel worlds or alternate dimensions, particularly in speculative fiction and conspiracy theories. However, there is no scientific evidence to support the existence of gray aliens as beings from a parallel world or dimension. Step 1. Understanding gray aliens. Gray aliens, also known as Zeta Reticulans, are a popular archetype in UFO lore and science fiction. They are typically described as small humanoid beings with gray skin, large black eyes, and minimal facial features. The concept of gray aliens became widely recognized following the alleged abduction of Betty and Barney Hill in 1961 and has since permeated popular culture. Step 2. The concept of parallel worlds. The idea of parallel worlds or alternate dimensions suggests that there may be multiple universes existing alongside our own, each with different versions of reality. This concept is often explored in theoretical physics, such as the multiverse theory, and is a common theme in science fiction narratives. Step 3. Gray aliens in popular culture. In various fictional works, gray aliens are sometimes depicted as beings that can traverse between dimensions or have origins from other realities. For example, in the Resident Alien series, greys are portrayed as extraterrestrial beings with advanced technology who interact with humans. Other media may depict them as time travelers or interdimensional beings. Step 4. Lack of scientific evidence. Despite their prevalence in folklore and media, there is no empirical evidence supporting the existence of gray aliens or their connection to parallel worlds. Scientific studies on extraterrestrial life focus on biological possibilities based on known life forms and evolutionary principles rather than speculative entities like greys. Conclusion. Gray aliens are characterized by their small stature, gray skin, large heads with almond-shaped eyes, and involvement in alleged abduction scenarios. Their origins are often linked to the Zeta Reticulans star system, making them a central figure in UFO lore and popular culture narratives surrounding extraterrestrial life. While there is a significant cultural narrative connecting gray aliens with cow mutilation, fueled by anecdotal accounts and speculative theories, the actual evidence supporting this connection remains tenuous at best. Most investigations into cattle mutilations have not substantiated claims of alien involvement, but rather point towards more terrestrial explanations for these mysterious occurrences. While gray aliens are a fascinating subject within UFO lore and science fiction narratives involving parallel worlds, the assertion that they exist as beings from a parallel world lacks scientific validation. The portrayal of greys remains largely within the realm of myth and speculation rather than established fact.